Hi guys, so my name's Kelly and today I'm going to talk about an article that was released on the 13th of October 2019, and it is regarding the disposal of nuclear waste by using 3D printers, and they were discovered by three scientists called Kozak, Brushes and Brown. So, in early 2019, Harvard professors found a way to 3D print human tissues, and right now they're also discovering ways to 3D print human organs for various uses and basically transplant. So in 1970s, Argonne nuclear chemists, they found a way to dispose of 90% of the nuclear waste, but the remaining 5% had to be left for hundreds of thousands of years, and they didn't know how to deal with it. So technically, the way to deal with it was to bury it where people wouldn't be accessing these areas. But right now, the new article released on the 13th of October is regarding the new discovery where they found a way to get rid of 97% of the nuclear waste. And instead of keeping 5% of the nuclear waste for hundreds of thousands of years, they can only keep the 3% for maximum of 1,000 years. To be honest, 95% from 97% might not seem too different or significant for you. However, if you think of it in a different way, initially there was 5% of very long-term, hundreds of thousands of years of nucleus and hazardous waste being kept on our land. However, now the waste only has to be kept for maximum of 1,000 years, and also it is less amount of nuclear waste being kept on our land. Therefore, it is less hazardous to humans. So in order to make this process happen, the scientists initially had to basically separate the actinide isotopes from the earth metals, which are known as the lanthanides. And also by using the blueprint created in 2013, which included the process of actinide-lanthanide separation process, known as ALSEP, they were ready to move this theory, test tube theory, into the larger scale real-life practice. So by using the 36 steps of the blueprint, they were able to separate 99.9% of the two actinides and lanthanides. And the positive side of the experiment they conducted along the way was that the 3D printed parts were flexible. So if one was to break down, the other could be replaced by another part, and they could keep continuing to experiment on each part of the section until they fit together perfectly. So I chose this article because it helps our society and the world we live in biologically, physically, and chemically. Biologically, because the waste that has to be kept on the land, the nuclear waste, is a lot less than before, and also it only has to be kept for a comparatively shorter period of time. Physically, because it uses the technology that was invented by scientists to 3D print the actual parts that need to be there for the nuclear waste disposal to take place. And lastly, chemically, because it requires the chemical method to remove the actinides and the lanthanides from each other, and which is the main process of the waste disposal. So overall, you can say that this article shows a development in our society that includes all biological, chemical, and physical developments in our world. And it proves the discovery of an invention that will help our world in long term and also short term.